Hello and welcome, or welcome back to the What is K-pop podcast. My name is Sophie. I'm 21 years old. I still live with my parents. I've been a K-pop fan for about 4.5 years. It is also the middle of summer, and it is currently, I believe, 25 degrees outside. So it should be about 25-ish in the room I'm doing this. Oh, SM Town. I'm always like, oh, so you've seen this. So SM Town, if anyone who doesn't know, that's basically what it is. It's a musical collective for all of the artists under SM Entertainment, right? Starship did like a collective thing with their artists, some of their artists, I think. Oh yeah, YG Family. So like SM Town and JYP Nation. I wasn't too sure on the JYP Nation thing, so I just sort of kind of said it and like hoped. But we're not going to be talking about YG Family today, even though I am curious. No. Oh dang it! I did that thing again, didn't I? God. I'm also extremely hyper because the thing is that like what I ate wasn't even that sugary or like had that much sugar in it. But you know when you're just so amped that you like instantly become hyper. That's my problem right now. So SM Town is like the is again like the collective, all of the groups that are under SM, and every year or so, like depending on like timing and stuff, all of the members, all of the groups will come together, make at least one song and maybe some additional songs. They perform in this concert called SM Town Name something like under the year, and it's like really kind of it makes me really feel really like emotional. I don't it's kind of a bit dramatic, but it makes me like really excited to kind of see it come out. And in the last, I can't count, in the last 4 years, they've put out 2021 Winter SM Town SMCU Express, 2022 Winter SM Town SMCU Palace, and 2025 SM Town The Culture the Future. Because if you don't know this, you might not know this. SM turned 30 this year, which basically means that they all of the artists came together that were currently signed under SM and actually covered some of the songs made by other SM artists. Which, when I tell you, I was so excited to see this. I'm like so I love it. I love it. Because it's a neighborhood song. And TVXQ, they performed Psycho. And like, don't get me wrong, I knew who TVXQ are. Like, I said that really weirdly. I was trying to say it in past tense, but then I went to future tense, current tense. Present tense, that's the word. Like, I know who TVXQ are, in that I obviously know that Yunho, he like broke rules and stuff during COVID. So like I knew them from that, and I knew that they had the JYJ drama and stuff like that. Like I kind of knew the basics and that the members had really good names and like all that good stuff, but I didn't actually know too much about them. So I ended up watching the performance and I was like, gay? To put it nicely, okay, I'm just going to admit it. I'm being honest here. I really did think that Yunho was gay for about like 5 minutes, and I did research, and that was the weirdest 5 minutes of my life. And I feel actually really sorry for my Google search results and Yunho himself, because I think that's just how he performs genuinely. Like, I have read so many, like all pretty much all of the articles that are like I can view on like my Google search, and just like watched other performances, and he just has that flair about him, and that's completely fine. So I feel bad about that, but it didn't stop me from enjoying it. So like, sorry, I am just all over the place. It's like tragic. So I'm really trying not to die today, but it's very hard. So they released all of these different songs, such as Miracle, which was from Super Junior, was performed by NCT Wish. Hug, which is TVXQ's debut song, was performed by Rise. Rum Pum 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 Wrong was performed by aespa. originally by FX. Run Devil Run was originally by Girls' Generation but covered by Red Velvet. Get It Up, which doesn't actually say who originally released it but was performed by EXO. Love Me Right, which was originally from EXO, was performed by NCT Dream. Juliet, originally by SHINee, was performed by Wavy. You in My Vague Memory, which again I don't actually know who made that song originally, was performed by NCT 127, the 7-member lineup excluding Jaeil, Win Win, and Taeyong. My Everything, originally by, what does it say? The Grace, was performed by Girls' Generation. I Pray For You, originally by Shinhwa, was performed by Super Junior. Psycho, obviously by Red Velvet, was performed by TVXQ. Just a Feeling, which was by SES, was performed by Kangta. Game, which was by BoA, was performed by Narvis. View, yeah, was originally by SHINee, was also covered by SHINee. Performed by SHINee and Scream Records, which is like just basically like a subsidiary of SM. I don't really know how to explain it. My Name, which was by BoA, was performed by the SM Classicals Town Orchestra, and End of Day was just a song. Sorry to Any Showers was originally by Function and performed by BoA. I also have some fun information. My god, I need to get it together. I'm scared. Anyway, so the collective song that was performed. By the way, this whole episode is literally just about me talking about SM Town. So if you came for anything specific, I do apologise. I couldn't buy any of the other years. I'm going to talk about that later, but I just want to focus on 2025 for now. If you want to skip along, I'll put timestamps in down below if I can find them. They will take you to where I start talking about other years because I want to talk about the other times as well and just talk about the performances I liked, okay? Okay. So, Thank You, which is like the collective song, was performed by was performed by Kangta, BoA, Yuno Yunho, Max Changmin, Etuk, Ryowook, Taeyeon, Hyoyeon, Key, Minho, Suho, Chanyeol, Sulgi, Joy, Doyoung, Ten, Mark Haechan, Gino, Yang Karina, Winter, Wonbin, Sohee, Sion, and Yushi. Which obviously isn't like all of the members of SM Town, but you know, when you have that many artists and only like 3 minutes to produce a song, then some of them have to take the cut. Sorry about that. Have so much energy. It's actually really weird. So Miracle was performed only by members Shion, Yushi, Jaehee, Ryo, and Sakuya. Sakuya. That doesn't sound right. Sakuya. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. The Run Devil Run was performed by just Irene, Sulgi, Joy, and Yeri. Not joined by Wendy, unfortunately. Get It Up was only performed by Suho and Chanyeon. I Pray For You was performed only by Lee Tuk, Yesung, Shindon, Eunhyuk, Donghae, Siwon, Ryowook, and Kyuhyun. Juliet was only performed by Kun, Ten, Xiaoxun, Hendry, and Youngyoung. And You in Vague Memory is performed only by Johnny, Utah, Doyoung, Jungwoo, Mark, and Haechan. So that is so I've not really actually listened to most of the album. I've listened to Thank You. I've listened to a bit of Miracle because, like, obviously in the album it just instantly goes on to Miracle, so I've ended up listening to it a little bit. I listened to a bit of Hug, but you know, just from like my total boycott of Rise, I just Rum Pum Pum. I actually have done this liked songs list, and then the only other I don't think I've listened to any. Yeah, Psycho, obviously. Yeah, and I want to also say that I actually really like Narvis as like a thing. I love that. You know, it's just like just total chaos. It's just leaning straight into the AI, and I love that. Sorry, it's a problem. Fully aware. Oh, we can. Oh, that's cute. That's actually really sweet. So apparently in 2017, after Jonghyun passed away, they did a Dear My Family 2017 version for SM Station Season 2. So I wonder if they're gonna do anything again in 2 years' time, with it being the 10th anniversary and all that. And also, like, they didn't I don't wanna say it, but they didn't do anything when, Sully passed away, I don't think. Let's just, like, let's move on. Yeah. Yeah, let's just move on. Let's not talk about that anymore, okay? Where am I going with this? I don't know. What am I doing? So the 2021 Winter SM Town was my first experience of this, and I genuinely thought that this was like a regular occurrence. But as it turns out, not really. Like, kind of for a bit, but like not really. It didn't really like took a hiatus. I couldn't words. Took a 9-year hiatus before starting up again, and like some CU properly began with obviously both coming into the company and stuff. I guess it would be Kongta. Kongta, Boa, TVXQ, Super Junior except Heechul, Girls' Generation OGG, Shiny excluding Taemin, and Kai of EXO, Red Velvet, NCT, except from Lucas and Espa, and active and also participating in the album's photo shoot were Screen Records DJs Ding Jin. Have a good day. Formerly of Tracks, Raiden, and Imlay. Okay. I was just reading that. Okay. So the lead single was Dreams Come True, which was sung by Espa, originally by the good old See This. I will be honest, I actually prefer that version over the original one. But that's probably because I've listened to that one first. So that's probably why. Bless my mother, she just sneezed. So, Zoo. Also, most of these songs are original. So, if I don't tell you the original artist, it's because they're new songs. So, Zoo was sung by Taeyong, Gino Hendry, Yang Yang, and Giselle. Melody was sung by the members of Girl Generation OGG, which is made up from of Taeyeon, Hyoyeon, Yuri, Sunny, and Yoon. Magical was sung by TVXQ and Super Junior. Snow Dream 2021 was sung by Yeri, Haechan, Chandler, Jisung, and Ningning. Also Jaeil. Goodbye, which was sung by Sunny, Jungwoo, and Renjun. Dinner, who that was sung by TVXQ. Promise of HOT was sung by was performed by, I should say, performed by SM Classics Town Orchestra, and obviously Hope from Kwangya, which was like the collective song. If you don't know Hope, that song was written by Kanta back when he was a part of HOT, and it's like known as like the SM anthem, which I was just like, go off, Queen. We love that for you. But also, come on, Queen. You already stayed the game. You're under the company for like 28, 29 years. Like, come on. Come on. We can do other stuff. Like, we can do other stuff, okay? Okay. And the only songs I really like are Zoo. I thought it was funny though that like Giselle was the only girl on the team. I was like, throw another one in. Like throw, I don't know, Yeri in. Shove another one of them in. Doesn't have to be Giselle. Can be one of Girls' Generation. I don't know. Can be a member of FX if they want to join in. Be a member of Red Velvet. You don't need to already have Giselle in there. Oh, jeez Louise. So for winter 2022, a total of 58 artists participated in this album, which are Kangta, Boa, TVXQ, Super Junior excluding Heechul, Taeyeon and Hyoyeon from Girls' Generation, Shiny except from Taemin again, EXO except from Lei, Baekhyun and Dio, Red Velvet, NCT excluding Lucas, Espa, and the Scream Records DJ Gingjo, obviously of Tracks, Raiden, Imlay, and Mar Vista. And I actually have listened to a little bit more of this album. So the Welcome to the SMU Palace performed by the SM Classics Town Orchestra. The Cure sung by like the leaders of their respective groups, and also just like soloists. So we have Kangta, obviously leading HOT, Boa, soloist Yunho, which which is TVXQ, Lee Tuk from Super Junior, Taeyeon from Girls' Generation, Onyu from Shiny, Suho from EXO, Irene from Red Velvet, Taeyong from NCT 127, Mark from NCT Dream, Kun from Wavy, and Kalina from Espa. I don't know why I said it like that. Hot and Cold. She liked this song. I think it's like so strange and just like cool. And I like the I can do it. I can formulate words. I like the stage performance of it. Performed by Kai Sugi, Chino, and Kalina. I need to know what their names. And I did really appreciate that it was like the two respective generational groups with like co-ed members. That doesn't make any sense. But I like that, like, obviously Kai and Sulgi, third generation, Gino and Kalina, fourth generation. Beautiful Christmas was sung by Red Velvet and Esper, which I did listen to. And yeah. Yeah, it was a good song, that one was, yeah. I don't really have many notes on these things. I try here. Jet was sung by Eunhyuk, Hyoyeon, Taeyong, Jaemin, Sungchan, Giselle, and Winter. If you're wondering, Sungchan, originally at this point he was still in NCT. He hadn't been booted out yet, along with Shotaro to go into Rise. That's why he is in there. Priority, sung by Max Changmin, Taeyong, and Winter, and Time. I can't sing. Time After Time, sung by Boa, Wendy, and Ning Ning. I actually have that video on my TV right now. I was just listening to it before I started recording, and that's why I wanted to record this, because I like it. Next, we have Where Are You, sung by Ryewook, Onyu, Doyoung, Chenla, and Xiaoxuan, and Happier, sung by Kangta, Isung, Suho Tae, Jaeil, and Renjun, as well as Good to Be Alive by Hyoyeon, Ki, Chen, Johnny, Ningning, Gingjo, Radiant, Imlay, and Marvius Vista. So obviously these aren't the only albums that ever came out from SM. Obviously, I've mentioned them, but sorry. So back in 2004, they released an album called For Summer Vacation in smtown.com, which I actually have to go onto the Korean version of Wikipedia to be able to tell you about it, but I wanted to do it because I like it so much. I'm so weird. So TVXQ was like obviously the why does it say 2000? I'm not even gonna question it. So obviously TVXQ had just like debuted at this point. So when it's like the intro song called Hotmail Summer Letter, it actually said like, "Yo, we have a new person, TVXQ." And I was like, "Honey, say what?" Yeah. Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it? 2004, where was when they debuted? Yeah. That makes me feel incredibly old. Yeah. I'm not even that old. I turned 22 this year, but you know when you like have that like year context in mind, you're like, that is something, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. So the participating artists in SM Town 2004 Summer Vacation was solo singers Chu Gao, Yu Young Jin, Moon Hee Jun, who was a part of HOT, obviously Kangta, Seo Hyungjin, Shu from CS, and Boa. Fly to the Sky. Were in there, so Hwan Hee and Brian. Blackbeat, which I guess is a singer, but I guess it was a group at some point. Yeah, it's a singer under SM Entertainment. After 5 years, preparations debuted. Oh, I think it was just stressing being translated, which is fun. Called the next HOT and Xinhua gathered much attention. So Hwang Sang-hoon and Shim Jae-won are actually choreographers under some, I guess still now. I don't know. So not too much age difference. So Lee Soo-min was 44. And the youngest is 41. Yeah, so only about 2 years in between the members. Okay. I always look at that for some reason. I don't know why. I'm so weird. So I'm like kind of into like it's like the part of K-pop that I like to find out slowly about is like first and second generation groups because I became a fan during the latter half of the fourth generation. And obviously a lot of third generation people were still about. So like I got to know a lot of third generation music. And pretty much ever since like I got like since it became like 4 years since I became a K-pop fan, I was like, you know what? my New Year's resolution is gonna be I'm gonna find out more about like first and second generation roots and like unknown-ish roots. And it actually led me to find out about like Isak and Gion. And I think, yeah, I've talked about them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I did Fly to the Sky with Isak and Gion. I remember that episode. And I talked about obviously the two duos, and they aren't actually like that well known unless you're like willing to find them. And I was watching the Korean Cowboys episode with Isak in it, and she was saying about how they like released their first album and that they just completely flopped, which I actually was kind of sad that she said that, but I mean, oh my god, I love that. But it is kind of true though, to be perfectly honest. And I'm gonna have to read you this. So the translation is saying, for Isak. I love that. And for Gion, it is delay. I love that. And she became a member of I don't know what that says in Korean, unfortunately. My Korean is bad. CSJH, the Grace. So she became a member of the Grace. And apparently Sem didn't want to tell Jion that Isak was leaving and that like Isak was abandoning Isak and Jion, which I actually thought was kind of sad because like at the end of the day, like the companies can just say whatever they like, and like chances are is that they're not actually going to talk to like that at the time they probably wouldn't have talked to each other about it, but thankfully they did. And it's just unfortunate. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in terms of SM Town. Yeah. I hope you like the chaos. Brought a lot of that today. But thank you as always for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.